Alright guys, so welcome back to the shit show. I wasn't planning on recording today, but at the end of the day, I'm sick and I'm off work, so why not just splurge all that I have inside of me onto you guys, and you'll be the judge and jury and executioner of my content at this point. I wanted to make a video for the weekend that has been on my mind for a while about my passion. Now, what are my passions? It was going to be about wrestling, so we're gonna do that as well. But today, I just opened up some of my old folders and found some of my old screenshots when I was streaming, and I'm kind of a completionist, so this is why you can see this freaking AC Unity 100% background in the end. And on the this side, you'll see me 11 years earlier than this beard. But this is what we're gonna talk about today. It's gonna be kind of a rant and also talking mostly just sharing with you guys my experience throughout the years, how how gaming felt for me going through the games that I have played. Not only during the Xbox era, but I've been gaming since I was since '94 maybe. I'm a little older than some of you guys, but some of the other guys like me will understand what I'm talking about. It's one thing to have a save file and come back to it or lower the difficulty or whatever it is, and it's another thing to have a cartridge that you have 4 lives, and if you don't go to the end of Golden Axe 3 and you don't beat the guy the way you're supposed to be doing it, you don't get the last boss right, and you fucking die, and I cried my eyes out. Sorry. So, that aside, let's go to this, because this is the modern era. Exactly. Assassin's Creed Unity was one of the first games that made me spew like an idiot about these particular preferences, because I love a challenge. They added an additional option, not additional option, but an additional app that you can install on your phone, so that you can have daily missions, so you can unlock different weapons, and you can add to your inventory, that you can have different assassins that can go on missions and so on. It was interactive and I liked it personally, but in the end it bugged out so much that everything that I have unlocked, and I believe you me, I have not slept for some time to get those missions correct, and just to get through the motion of getting them done so that I can 100% the game as fast as possible. At the end of the day, the application actually bugged and it crashed and I didn't get anything. So eventually Ubisoft gave everyone all the items that they were supposed to be given from this application, and from the additionally played game that is in the app, but they can't give you the time back. No, I'm sorry, you don't get that back. Anyway, so as much as I feel accomplished having 100% every Assassin's Creed game in my life, this one felt a little cheap, because yeah, sure, I've done everything that you have told me. I've accomplished everything that you have asked of me. But at the end of the day, everyone else as well. They were the best place, not the best place, but the best part of this game was the multiplayer. And me and a couple of friends were doing all the missions like proper assassins. Like we were we were so into Assassin's Creed. We were doing proper assassination missions, not just bullshitting around. So we were first on the leaderboards day in, day out, so that we can get the best rewards. At the end of the day, it still didn't work. It crashed, so they gave everyone the rewards. Okay, sure. Why the fuck not? Pardon my French. But this brings me back to the day that is maybe 97, when I actually understood what gaining something from a game felt like. For example, because in 1997, my uncle, who was then living in the US, came for the first time back to Bulgaria, where I live, and brought me two games. He brought me Rage of Mages, which is one of my favorite RPGs of all time, and got me into RPGs, and I highly recommend it if you can find it on GOG or anywhere else. Rage of Mages 1 and 2 are some of the best games that you can find that can get you into RPGing like hell. And then you can go from there to Neverwinter Nights and so on and so forth, or Nox. Nox, of course, one of my favorite games of all time. I digress. So one of the games was Rage of Mages, and the other one was Diablo. Now, Diablo is not a fun game for a 10-year-old kid. The first time I saw the butcher, I fucking shut the computer down. The next day, however, imagine my rejoice when I opened up the computer. I started up the computer. I started up Diablo, and we still didn't have like LAN internet or whatever. We had to do it by DSLR or through the phone. So, what do you know? Ivan chooses to go in Battle.net. So I enter the lobby and I log in, and I have a couple of guys just throwing me armor here and there. Just use it whenever you can, and whatever and whatnot. I'm level 1. These guys are giving me 40 level armors and swords and everything else. I'm like, I like this shit. Fast forward 20 years later. I have spent 17,000 hours in Diablo 2, at least. Not only selling, not only grinding like a madman, but running people through hell and back over and over and over and over and over and over, just like the motion of the ocean. I'm just like in World of Warcraft, you know, the counter rotation, if you remember. The old counter rotation was 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 4, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 again, and then you feign death, and then you 1, 2, 3, 4 again. So I was doing like this all day long, back when I was in school, pretty much. And it was pretty fun, for the most part. But then it got dull. And this brings me to the topic of our video today. I like being a completionist, but not a completionist for you have to grind an entirety of your life to get a certain achievement, or give us this money, we'll give you this items, you get this achievement and so on, so you can 100% the game. I'm the guy who would be like, give me Hell's yeah. Like Witcher 3, for example. I've played tons of hours in Witcher games. So when it came to Witcher 3, I was like, when I was still streaming, as you can see on this side, I was still streaming. So Witcher 3 was out, and people were asking me. I was playing on the hardest difficulty. I was playing on I already forget what it was, but let me check. It's easy to do it. Now that we can do it. No, I'm an idiot, but terribly sorry for that. It's been a while. So Death March, yeah. So I was playing on Death March without using any potions, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna stream for however long it's gonna take, and we're gonna do it, and it's going to be fun because it felt like Dark Souls." I mean, we've all been going through Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and so on. Dark Souls is just, it's easy if you calm down. You can get frustrated with this shit. You know the game is after you. You know there's going to be consequences. But there is a reward after this. So you go for it. But as long as the reward is stuck behind a paywall or something that doesn't count, as in, like, okay, I've bought every skin in the game and I get an achievement, so I get the 100%. No, this doesn't count for me. This isn't fun for me anymore. This is why I'm hardly playing any games anymore, and I really want to do that, and I want to talk with you guys about it so that possibly we can go forward and you can give me tips on which games you also like and I might not have tried. I've seen the last Kingdom Come Deliverance Part 2. I've played a couple of hours of it, and it's just the intro. It's so deep, but with me being like almost 40, it's um, hard to put in the time to get into this. Because back when I was playing Witcher, yeah, sure, I was 20 years old, sure. How hard it is to put 1,500 hours into the Witcher game? Sure, I could have learned another language, but why not? Let's just play a game. I understand that, guys. So this is one part that we're doing today. It was about games. It was kind of a rant. I'm sorry about that. I just felt like it. I didn't feel like recording. But the sun is shining. As long as we're healthy, everything should be fine. And hopefully you will find a reason to wake up every morning with a smile on your face. And hopefully, even if it's a bad feeling that you wake up to, it can be directed towards me. I mean, come on, show me. It's just a freaking picture and me talking about my achievements. So yeah, let's talk about it, guys. I'll be happy to hear from you in the next few days, and as soon as my live request goes through, we can do a live chat, and I'll be more than happy to do so because I love live interaction more than just recording a video and then putting it on and then replying to comments. Just like how I love streaming. So let's go with that. Again, I bid you adieu and farewell, and thank you for being so kind with me, and have a good day, have a good night, have a good evening, have a good afternoon, or wherever you're at. And I'll catch you in the next one.